Hi everyone, good morning, and I just want to discuss with you why is your Adsense revenue going down? Why is there a drop in your Adsense revenue? A lot of us have been suffering this Adsense thing. Sometimes you will see that your earning will go up, sometimes you see that there will be a drastic drop in your Adsense revenue. And to all I know is very frustrating. If your AdSense revenue goes down, it's very frustrating. You can imagine all of the effort of trying to write article. As you're writing article, you are always trying to see that everything is correct. You're always saying that uh, you're not plagiarizing. Before, after writing article, you still go and check if it's plagiarizing your text or not. And not just that, you keep checking your metrics to check whether you're getting traffic and the rest of them, and just to find out that what all of the effort you're trying to put in place to make sure that Google crawls your to make sure that search engine crawls your site is seemingly becoming effortless. So I just want to discuss with you why your AdSense account is dropping in terms of revenue. Why is your click-through rate? Do I put the click-through? Okay, let me put it like this. Why is your access earning dropping? Let me type that out. You know how I do things here is whenever I want to teach, I usually type them out to make sure that the person that is actually watching the video can understand what we are doing. So the the topic is why is your AdSense earning dropping? Why is your AdSense earning dropping? So why is your AdSense earning dropping? Let me load this slide small because of my eye. Okay, so we can go. So the question is, why is your AdSense earning dropping? So let's take it one after the other to see what is wrong and what is right. Do you understand what you should do and what you should not do to make sure that your access earning is not dropping? So let's first of all let's identify the issue that caused the access earning dropping. Now, the the first thing that is actually the cause of access earning is actually related to cost per click through cost per click and click through rate, and then compared with impression. Can I explain to you? When there is a difference, when there is a difference between cost per click through rate, and that of impressions, I will explain this to you now. For instance, you have a blog that have AdSense, and let's say this month now, your click through rate is unique with your click through rate and CPC, your cost per click, your CPC and CTR is the same, like 1 month, 3 month, 4 month. And then this month or next month, there is a differences between the CPC and the CTR. Google says one of the reason why your AdSense earning may drop, or there be a change in your AdSense earning, especially when there is a downward difference. Is that okay? Now, if you want to review how your account has performed historically, you have to create a new report, then extend the date range to at least last 3 months. So if you want to truly understand why is your earning have dropped, you have to create a new report, like building the report. When you go to your dashboard, you just have to check the first month, second month, and third month to check how CPC and CTR have changed drastically when you compare them to that of impression. Do you understand now? Now you have to change what has changed. You have to check what has changed. Check what has changed. Okay, let me list them out. Difference. Number one reason is difference difference. Number one reason is difference in CPC, CTR, and impression and depression. So, like the explanation of this once again is, let's say you're having 2,000 views in a day, and then your click-through rate maybe 2%, 5% or something. So if your click-through rate is 5%, just know that at the end of the day, when this thing continues simultaneously and suddenly it drops, it may lead to your Adsense earning dropping. Is that okay? It may lead to the dropping of your Adsense earning. So please note that and don't forget that, please. So the number one thing, this is the number one thing that causes it. So how will you do? How will you do to actually do? How will you do? How will you know it? So the first way for you to know it is to create a new report. Create report. Create report history. Create report history or check report history. Check report history. Check report. Number one thing you will do here is to check your report. When you check your report, it should be able to tell you, check your report, basically compare it like 3 months back. Do you understand? Then if you check your report, then the next thing you will do is for you to check what changes in between the 3 months or the month that you're checking. Maybe like last month, last upper month, like that till 3 months back. When you check that, you will find that what has changed and what should be the key cause of your Adsense revenue droppage. Then the next thing you should say, when you have confirmed the date of the decline, if you have confirmed the date of the decline, what should you do? Start breaking down the problem. Then uh, uh, when you have identified what caused your droppage in revenue, the next thing is for you to be breaking them down. Now, break them down in the sense that know which platform have actually changed your revenue. Is that okay? Break them down in the sense that you try to find out which platform have actually changed your revenue. Then the next thing you will do is to add, you have to combine the click-through rate and the cost per impression. Combine the metrics of the click-through rate and the cost per impression to your report, and then you have to try to understand which of the metric actually caused the drop. So when you add your click-through rate and that of your cost per impression, cost per click, when you add them together, then compare with the impression, then compare which one have actually caused the decline. So if this is okay, then we can go to the next one. So now, what do you mean by earning drop by cost per impression? No, so cost per impression actually, cost per impression is market driven, and then it also depends on various factors like advertisers, building up keywords, and the cost per impression value. There are how do I put this? Let me explain this further. Okay, now uh when your earning drop because of cost per impression, let me just explain this. When your earning drop because of cost per impression, this is depending on the amount that the advertisers are willing to pay. So sometimes advertisers may not be willing to pay huge money. So when advertisers are not willing to pay huge money, there is nothing you can do. So it is the amount that the advertisers are paying that you get 68% of it. So you don't need to stress yourself why sometimes my revenue has dropped. My revenue, no, you don't need to stress yourself much. Do you understand? So the next thing again you should be sure is that you should make sure that you're not blocking any ad at all. Make sure that all your ads are on and you're not dropping anyone at all. because when you drop or block some of your ads, it will actually affect the revenue, the amount, the sum total amount that you're getting from that AdSense account. So make sure you're not blocking any of your ads at all. Do you understand? Then another thing again that can actually cause the droppage in your AdSense revenue is season. For instance, during festive period, a lot of people buy a lot of clothes. Advertisers may be willing to pay for advertising clothes as at that time. So if you look at it, there will be high or increment in the advertising during festive period, and advertisers may want to pay more in order for them to get fast result. So at the end of the day, you will see that during festive period, your earning may likely to increase. So just note that is one of those things that actually help increment in the in the AdSense revenue. So if your revenue drops, just know that just know that maybe advertisers are not paying much as at that period. So sometimes it's not for you to go and be doing a lot of adjustment. No. Now, uh, now another thing again you should know and you should do is to make sure that your fixed sized ad unit, you're to fix your ad unit to responsive ad unit. Now, so what you will do is just to make sure that you put your ad unit to responsive ad, and when you do that, kindly update their code. So update the code for you have to update the code, always updating the code to just update the code in case you're suspecting that your ad unit is not on the responsive ad unit. So just try to update your code and it will help you to find out what is actually the issue. So if this is okay, then we can actually go to the next. Now, okay, now another thing you should do again that I forgot to tell you is for you to start showing native ad unit. Hmm? When you start showing native ad unit in your in-feed, in article on your pages, it will unlock more revenue for you. Hmm? Do you understand? You have to please start showing ad units in feed, such as in feed and in article ads. In case you blocked that before, please go and check that. When you unlock that, it will help you to get more ad revenue. So please note this because they are very, very important. Now, the next thing I want you to understand is okay, let's go straight to this so that you can understand the core course, the main course. So let me just go straight to the courses. I feel I'm beating around the bush, so let me take you straight. So now we we have to understand this before we proceed. There's something I am missing, so let me just take you straight to the point so that you can go to your dashboard and solve it. So let's do it one after the other. So sorry, I finally let's just go to it now. I was trying to arrange them so that we can discuss them one after the other. So the reason why there is a drop uh, in your AdSense earning, number one reason, we're going to be discussing a couple of them. So just calm down. Let's take it one after the other. Now, ad blindness and banner fatigue. So let's go. Ad blindness, ad blindness. I will explain them, and banner fatigue. And banner fatigue. So ad blindness and banner fatigue. Now, what is ad blindness and banner fatigue? So ad blindness refers to users ignoring ads due to familiarity. So when your user become too familiar with a certain ad, at the end of the day, it will cause banner fatigue. So at the end of the day, the people that are reading or your audience that are seeing that ad all the time, it will it will not make them to be clicking anymore. So that will ultimately give you the tendency to actually have a decline in your revenue. So to combat ad blindness and banner fatigue, no, rotate ad creatives regularly. Experiment with ad placement. Use native ads. Use native ad. Limit ad density. Focus on relevance, and then implement responsive ad size. This strategy can actually refresh users' engagement and then mitigate the drop in Adsense earning. So please note that critically, very, very important. So the number two is seasonal trends and impact. I've discussed seasonal trend and impact with you, but I just want to take them one after the other. Seasonal impact. Seasonal impact. Seasonal impact and trend. So if you look at it, seasonal trend causes fluctuation in the quality of traffic and users engagement that you have in your website. So this will actually affect impressions and that of the numbers of click you'll be having in your website. So so during off peak season or season of during off peak season now, reduced traffic and engagement result in fewer ad impression and clicks, leading to decrease in AdSense earning. Do you understand? So when you have reduced traffic and engagement, it actually reduces your AdSense earning. So diversify content to attract year-round interest. Now, you have to diversify your content. Don't say I am writing one single niche. No, diversify your content so that it will help all year-round earning for you. Is that okay? Now, so you have to create seasonal specific content, then explore new niche. Try to go into different niche, then consider supplementary revenue streams. Jonathan, consider to actually have different revenue streams like affiliate marketing to counter the effect of seasonal fluctuation. Do you understand now? So the number three reason that I will actually affect your access revenue is ad placement. So placement, ad placement. So poor ad placement affect users' visibility and engagement with ads, leading to low click-through rate and reduced AdSense earning. For instance, when you're placing a large banner and above the main content might actually push users to scroll down, now causing them to miss the ad entirely. So this will actually result in few clicks. So I need you to just take note of this keenly. Now, the next uh, is to try to optimize your ad placement by actually strategically integrating them within content or near interactive elements where users naturally engage. Now, the algorithm changes impact. That is the number. Ad placement is the number three. Number three is your ad placement. Then number four. Number four is algorithm changes impact. Algorithm. Algorithm changes impact. So let's see, let's discuss it now. Update to AdSense algorithm alter how ads are targeted and displayed to users. So potentially affecting ad performance. So if your algorithm start favoring ads less relevant to your audience, or if ad targeting becomes less accurate, users' engagement and click-through rate may decrease, leading to drop in AdSense earning. So what's the solution? What should you do? Now, regularly monitor ad performance and adjust targeting settings as needed. So Keep your content focused and high quality to actually align with potential algorithm update. So the next point again is number 5, which is quality of traffic. Quality of traffic. Now, let me explain quality of service. So the source, do you know that where your traffic is coming from will actually uh, affect your access earning? So where your traffic is coming will affect your access earning. So the location of the visitor, for instance, where is your visitor clicking the ad from? It's a very good question to ask ourselves. And then uh, and also to know, and again, the if your search result is coming from Google, it will actually uh, give you high CPC. Now let's explain this. For instance, a portion of your traffic, let's say a portion of your traffic originates from low CPC countries or consists of paid traffic that doesn't engage with ads. Your click-through rate and earning might decrease. So how can you fix this? Focus on driving organic traffic from high CPC countries through effective SEO strategy. Monitor the performance of paid campaigns to ensure they attract users who engage with ads. So just know this. So ad blockers impact. That is number 6. The number 6, impact of ad blocks. Impact of ad blocks. Impact of ad blocks. So if each most of the ad companies have ad blocker. So let me just explain. So the increasing use of ad blockers by visitors prevent ads from being displayed on your website, reducing ad impressions and potentially leading to low access. And so some people who don't want intrusive ad, who don't want how ad actually perform on your website, will may likely use ad blocker in their various browsers. So when they do that, it will make ad not to be displayed in your website. So it will end up affecting your earning generally. So just note that and make sure that you are not just monitor that and know that. So that one, there is nothing you can do about it. It is the handwork of the visitors, and you cannot be telling them to please remove ad blocker. No. So encourage user to disable ad blockers is what you can do by providing uh, uh, valuable content in the way that then too they will understand that they're supposed to support you. But it all depends on the visitors anyway. Okay, so let's go to, we are done with number 6. So let's go to number 7. Let's go to number 7. So the number 7, sorry, traffic for number 5. Sorry, forgive me, let me do the correction. Then the number 7 that we are is mobile responsiveness. So what is this mobile responsiveness? What are we talking about? What is the mobile responsiveness? What do we mean by mobile responsiveness? So let's take a look at it. Let me now poor optimization for mobile devices hampers the visibility and user experience of ads, leading to low click-through rate and potentially reducing AdSense earning. So you have to really know this. So for instance now, if your website layout isn't responsive on mobile devices, ads that are being placed there may appear distorted or get cut off sometimes. So you should just know that making them less likely to be clicked by users is for you to make sure that the ad is actually responsive. So you are to keenly note that. Now implement a responsive design that actually ensures that ad displays in your site are seamlessly or are seamlessly on various screen sizes. That is to say, there shouldn't be like a stress. That is, the ad type that you're placing there or the ad unit that you're using should be able to fit in to different screens, and that will actually uh, be influenced by the type of theme you're using and etc. So let's go to number 8 that I have here, ad relevance. Now, how relevant is the ad that you place in your site? Now, how does this ad that you're displaying in your site relate to users of your site? For instance, I am into farming and I am a farmer. I came to your site to visit your site, and then they are displaying ad about games to me, and I don't have any interest at all in the game. How do you think I will actually click on your ad? It is not possible. So the best way to save ourselves this issue of ad relevance is for us to understand what does your visitors like. Do you understand? So if you want to understand this, make sure that the ad that are being displayed in your site is related to that of the niche of your site. It has to be related to the niche of your site. So if it is not related to the niche of your site, then you need to troubleshoot your ad. And how will you troubleshoot your ad? You can do things like look at doing ad blocking, block some of the ad that are not related to your niche. And not just only blocking, make sure that you place them in the right ad unit. Then, in case those things that are there, those ads that you're seeing in the ad dashboard does not relate to your niche, then know that there will be a decline of few revenue for you, because most times the people that come to your site are the people that have interest in your type of niche that you're writing. So please note that. So we go to number 9, ad unit impact. Now, I was talking about the ad unit thing before now. I was talking about the ad unit issues before now, but the the choice of your ad unit will actually affect the revenue that you have. The choice of your ad unit will affect the revenue that you will have. If you take a look at it, people that are using auto ad earn more money sometimes. People that are using auto ad earn more money sometimes. This is what me I understand. So sometimes auto ad does not work the way does sometimes ad unit does not earn as much as auto ad. So some people prefer to use auto ad. Then the ad unit, how do you place your ad in your website? How do you place your ad in your website? This is a very deep question that you should ask yourself always. How do you place your ad in your website? Now, sometimes you are not to place your ad first. No. Make sure that your ad is either at the bottom, sometimes at the bottom, middle, and maybe second paragraph, so that people who are reading your post will click on your ad naturally. Let them click on your ad naturally. Let them not just come to this. No. Google is very wise. Somebody cannot just come to your site and then in the next 2 seconds the person already click ad. No, it does not work that way. Use ad unit that will actually place your ad where it will be a natural clicking. So we move to the next one, the number 10, which is quality of content or content quality. Now, how is the quality of your content? Did you write a very good article? Not just very good article. How does the design of your website look like? Some persons may come to your website, and if they don't see what they want, they will go. And as they are going and they are not staying, maybe the ad have not even loaded at all for them to even check, for them to even see if it is something they can have interest on. So if your ad unit, if your content quality is low, then know that there will be a drop, or maybe there'll be reduced, there'll be a drop in your access earning. This is a general thing. This is not something that one have to start bargaining. This is a general thing. So just know that ad unit, just know that if your ad is light, if your content is low, then you will definitely have low CPC, and even the rate of ad that will be placed in your content will actually be low if your content is not of quality. I don't know if you understand. If you don't understand this, you can ask me question in the comment section. So let me go to the next section. The next, no, the next thing I want us to discuss. So now, how will you enhance content quality practically? How will you increase your content quality practically? So to counter this issue, ad boost to counter this issue of to counter this issue and then to boost your ad earning, consider the following practical steps. So I am to give you, let me put it this way. Solution, what should we do? Solution, what should you do to counter this uh, enhancing content quality practically? How will you do it? So number one, how will you write a very good content? How will you have a very good content? This is a very deep question. How will you get a very good content? Have you ever asked yourself that this content I'm writing is content that have been searchable? Have you ever asked yourself that? So how will you have a very good content? How will you have a very good content? So for you to have a very good content, you need to number one, you need to thoroughly research. Number one, thoroughly research. So research is a product of let me go. How will you have thoroughly research? A lot of persons will just pick their device and start writing article. Some of them will just copy and then go and paste in their site, not knowing what that copy and paste is doing to their site. Now, if you want to write an article, make sure you have researched thoroughly about that particular article, about that particular topic. Go to different search engines, ask questions, sometimes share questionnaire for people to answer you. Article writing is not something you just jump into it. Make sure it's something you have known to detail. Make sure it's something that you're familiar with. Make sure it's something that you have been used to. Because without research, you will end up not writing the right article that you're supposed to write. You end up not having the high quality content of that article that will actually intrigue your viewers to stay in your site. Talk more of ad loading before they will even click on your ad. So please, to solve this low quality content, you must do thorough research. You must do thorough research, please. The Number 13. Now, let's look at uh, uh, let's users interest. Let's look at users interest. Now, understand your audience interest. What are the questions they are asking? Then, if you understand the interest of your audience, then also understand what are their questions. What are the tendencies that they will research what you want to write? So look at what they are interested in and then write about that particular article. When you write about that particular article, you will end up bringing more traffic, not just more traffic. You end up making the people that come to your site to actually stay. So we move to the next section. If there's anyone don't understand, please ask question, please, on the comment section, and I will answer you. Then number 3 is visual approach, visual appeal. Visual appeal. Visual appeal. Now, incorporate relevant images, infographics, and other multimedia elements to actually enhance the visual appeal of your content. Now, what I am trying to let you know here is make sure that you use the right picture, infographics, sweet templates to make your content look very sweet. Make sure that your website is well designed in a way that if somebody comes to it, the beautiness of that website alone, the person want to stay. Do you understand? The beautiness of that content alone would want the person to stay. So whenever you're designing your website, make sure that you are using the right template, a very beautiful template, not just a very beautiful template. Make sure that when you're writing your article, you impute a very, very beautiful picture that are related to the content that you are writing, so that it will not be appealing to the people that are reading your content. So let's go to number 4. Formatting strategies. Let's discuss formatting strategy. Now, let's discuss formatting strategy. So, formatting strategy. Formatting strategy. So, what is this formatting strategies? Now, if you're writing your article, how did you write your heading? How appealing is the heading? How attractive, how charming, how imposing is the heading of your writing? For instance, you are writing on ring light. Now, if you want to write on ring light, how will you make the person to come and read about the ring light? Let's say if you're writing about USA, how will you just put the USA in general to make sure the person at least click to come and check what you're talking about? If let's say you're writing about Cristiano Ronaldo, how will you make the reader to at least click and check what you're writing? For instance, I could say this is what Cristiano Ronaldo did that people are talking about. Let's say if I put my heading like that, somebody who truly like Amebo want to come and click and check, what did this guy do now? That kind of a thing. So just understand that the strategy that you use in writing your articles will help you get a very good content. Now, originality. 5. Originality. Now, the originality is how original is your content. Did you copy those content? Do you just copy paste? Are you just lying in your content? Does your content have uh, element of truth? These are questions you should ask yourself. Does it have element of truth? Because if your content is lying and your audience check, today they check, they try what you're trying to let them know, and that thing isn't working. At the end of the day, if it is not working, it means they may not come back to your site again. So originality matters a lot when you are dealing with your quality, when you want to actually solve quality of content. So let's go to number 6. The number 6 is regular update. Now, your regular update matters a lot. How are you updating your content? Eh? For instance, let's say you wrote about Nigeria last month, and what you wrote about Nigeria have changed this month. You have to revisit that content and then update it to make sure it is current with what is happening today. So remember to always revisit your article. Hmm? Number 7. Let's use the engagement mechanism. Engagement mechanism. Engagement mechanism. Engagement mechanism. So incorporate interactive elements such as polls. Now, incorporate interactive elements such as polls, survey questions, give quizzes, and also create comment section in your site so that people would tend to be engaging in your article. Is that okay? Is that okay? Now, let's look at this again. Let's look at another one which will form the number 11 of what we're discussing later. I know we ended in 10, so let's discuss the next one, which will be our number 11. No, we're discussing point map, but this one is content quality that the 1 2 3 to 7 here is the content quality that we just decided to discuss how to solve content quality. But this number 11 now will not be the number 11 for the other one we were discussing. So niche competitiveness. So let's discuss niche competitiveness now. In high competitive niche, where multiple advertisers are vying for the same audience attention, the effect on your AdSense earning can be significant. Do you understand? Now, the intense competition leads to reduced demand for ad space, which in turn can result in low ad bids. This decrease in ad bids directly impact your revenue potentials, as advertisers may be less willing to invest higher amount for placement on your site. So consider a scenario where your website operates in a niche where numerous players are all targeting the same demographics. Advertisers faced with multiple options might opt for lower bids to maintain their advertising budget, As a consequence, click-through rate might decrease due to the lower quality of ads being displayed, leading to a drop in your AdSense earnings. To address these challenges and sustain healthy AdSense earnings within a competitive niche, several practical strategies can be employed. One effective approach is to actually diversify your niche focus by exploring related or uh, or complementary topics that are less saturated. So by spending your content offerings, you can attract advertisers from different sectors and then potentially secure high ad bids. So do not base on one niche. Diversify your niche. Always diversify your niche. Is that okay? So let's go to number 12. So we are in number 12. So we are in number 12. So number 12 now, access policy violation. Access policy violation. Now, example of access policy violation include click fraud, generating invalid click, eh? Placing ads on restricted content, e.g., adult content, deceptive ad placement that confuse users, and then encouraging users to click ads. Access policy violation can lead to penalties, including non-serving limitation or account suspension. This direct effect ad visibility, click-through rate, and ultimately access earnings. Now, educate yourself through on AdSense policy to ensure compliance and maintain transparent ad placement that distinguish ads from content, preventing users confusion. In addition, regularly monitor traffic quality to identify and prevent suspicious activity, safeguarding against invalid clicks, and then scrutinizing your website content to align with AdSense content guidelines, and then avoid prohibited topics. Also, refrain from engaging in click fraud or or incentivized click, and then promptly address any violations or suspicious activities that actually arise. Number 13. Number 13 now, ad formats monotony. Ad format. Ad formats. Ad format monotony. Monotony. Now, ad format monotony occurs when you excessively use the same ad format across your website. This repetition can lead to users ignoring ads due to uh, predictability, which directly affect click-through rate and then consequently access earnings. So, for instance, if you consistently display the same banner ads in every post, users might become blind to them, resulting in few clicks and then diminished AdSense earnings. To address this, you are to diversify your ad formats strategically. Integrate various formats such as text ad, display ads, and native ads across different sections of your website. So this prevents users from developing ad blindness and keep their engagement levels higher. So effectively combine the drop in AdSense earnings related to ad format monotony. 13. So we 14 now. Lack of optimization. Now, a lack of optimization, such as not regularly reviewing and improving ad performance, can lead to stagnant or declining click-through rates, and then consequently reduce AdSense earning. For example, if you don't monitor which ad format, placement, or sizes are most effective, you might miss opportunities to enhance users' engagement and maximize earning. So, to fix this, regularly analyze ad performance through AdSense reporting tools. Experiment with different ad format placement and then size the different format placement and size to identify what resonates best with your audience. So optimize based optimize based on data driven insight to keep engagement high and combat the drop in AdSense earnings state AdSense earning AdSense earnings stemming from lack of optimization. So 15, 14, lack of optimization is what? Lack of optimization. 14, then let's go to 15. So 15, now page views drop. Page view drop. So a decline in page views, often resulting from an overall drop in website traffic, directly influences AdSense earning. Fewer page views mean few ad impressions and clicks, ultimately leading to reduced earnings. Imagine a scenario where your website experiences a decrease in traffic due to various factors, with fewer visitors navigating your site. There are fewer opportunities for ads to be viewed and interacted with, resulting in a decline in click-through rate and earnings. To counter this challenge, to counter the challenges of ad revenue drop in AdSense earning, focus on generating more quality traffic. Avoid tactics like running ads solely to increase traffic, as this might not attract engage the users. Instead, uh, concentrate on creating valuable content that resonate with your target audience. Employ effective SEO technique, engage in social media organic promotion, and then explore collaborations to attract organic and engaged visitors. Device mix changes. 16. Let's deal with 16. Let's deal with 16. Now, device device mix changes. So let's go. Shift in shift in users' behavior regarding device usage, such as significant increase in mobile traffic at the expense of desktop traffic, can impact AdSense earning. So if your website isn't optimized for mobile devices and experiences a rise in mobile traffic, users might encounter a subpar user experience, leading to low ad engagement and click-through rate. So ensure your website is fully responsive and optimized for both mobile and desktop devices. Regularly test your sites functionality, and appearance on various devices to guarantee a seamless user experience. By adapting to changing device usage trend, you can encounter you can actually counter the potential drop in Adsense earning resulting from device mix changes and then sustaining consistent revenue. So so if you understand all of these points, then you need to tackle them one after the other to check. We discuss a lot already. Here we talk about when we talk about what's the name? When we're talking about how to get a quality content, we so I think I mixed something here. Did I mix something? Device mix exchange. Did I miss something here? Okay, I'm coming. Okay, let me come. I don't know if I mixed something, but let me just go ahead. Uh, okay, should I? Okay, let me just go ahead. So let me. I was discussing with you. I was discussing with you. How will you have quality content that would warrant you to have a consistent AdSense revenue, and not just access revenue, the one that will never decline. Now, how will you have quality content? Number one, I earlier discussed thorough research. I was saying that whichever article you're going to write, make sure it is an article where you have a clear knowledge on. If you don't have clear knowledge on the article, make sure you research about that particular topic thoroughly before you go and write it. If there's any point you don't understand in that article, make sure you ask people or you ask various AIs, not just various AIs. Make your thorough research in all ramifications, in all angles, so that you have a very good knowledge on the topic you're going to be writing. Then the number two thing I talk about, the number two thing I talk about again in the area of, I'm having a very serious issue. Forgive me, my this thing is pausing, so I don't even know where I stop. So I think this is a revision. That's why I'm doing the revision. So please, in case I stop where I'm repeating, then know that it's because my recorder is pausing. Do you understand? So I will just repeat a couple of them to make sure that I didn't miss anyone out, but anyone you get, just understand, because re-recording this will take me a longer time again. Sorry, I talk about thorough research in having a good content. I also talk about users' interest, which I talk about you should always know what are the interests of your users. You should always know what are the interests of your users. So if somebody that is reading your website today, it's someone that is reading your web if somebody that is reading your website today come back again, it means come back again to the same article. Maybe you should just use your Google Analytics to find out. Then know that the person might actually like that type of article. Those people that commented in some that article, check the numbers of people that commented. It means they have interest in that particular article. So always know what are the interests of your users. That will also help you to get the right ad to your channel, to your site. That will help you to have the right ad to your channel. Now, if you know that your niche is in sport, and then people are commenting in the sport niche that you put in your site, then you should make sure that your ad are more or less about sport. If you write anything about gaming, about gambling, and then you see that they are commenting, it means that the interest of your users are basically in gambling. Do you understand? Are basically in gambling. So all of these strategies are strategies that you yourself should know and quickly try to take note of that. Now, I also talk about visual appeal. I don't know where they this impose that time. I talk about visual appeal. The visual appeal is how sweet is your website. How sweet are the pictures you use in your website? How sweet is the infographics? How sweet is the infographics? You should take note of all of this. How sweet are those pictures you use in between the articles that you're writing? How did you design your website? All of these things fall in between, in within a visual appeal. Let your site be appealing. Let your site be sweet to your viewers. Is that okay? Now, I talk about formatting strategies. The formatting strategies that I talk about is how do you arrange your paragraphs? How do you put your heading? How attractive is your heading? So all of these are questions that we ask ourselves. So the next thing we will discuss is we have discussed formatting strategy, then originality. In the originality, we talk about how good, if you're not copying and pasting, if your articles are actually your own and you're not taking from anybody's content and then be pasting in your own. Then the number sixth thing we discuss under quality of content is regular update. Make sure you always update your article to make sure that it is within the present day occurrences. So if you let's say you wrote the article years ago, make sure that it is current with the present one. Then the next thing again we are doing is okay, we talked about originality, then regular update, we talk about that, then engagement mechanism. Make sure that your your you're always making your readers to engage in your content. Yes, by creating a comment section in your article, creating posts, quiz, questions, etc., so that they can get engaged with your article all the time. So this is it, and you understand the other ones I've discussed. So I just have a nice day, and God bless you all. In case you have any question, just put in the comment section and I'll answer you. Thank you.